Hello there, YouTubers. CD Mangaka here, and I'm going to be giving you guys, rebooting an old series I kind of did, a little bit of a different commentary, musical opinions. Basically, what I'm going to do here is going to, bring up a artist, a band out there, and either, talk about their playing style, why I like them, why I listen to them, or, I'll actually kind of like talk about an album, what I like about it, songs I recommend off the album, and whatnot. And I'm going to do this episode a personal band of mine, actually, that I listen to in one of their newer albums. And next week, I'll be doing a fan request band, and the requested band I'm going to do, actually, is DJ, just for you, so you'll stop nagging me. I'm going to talk about Kid Cudi next week. I'm going to try and listen to some Kid Cudi songs off of YouTube, and I'll see where that gets me. But we'll get to the disclaimers there later. I'm going to use this episode to talk about a band I like, one of my own personal bands, and so the band's called Hinder. I've talked about them before, and so I'm not going to go into their style so much, but I'm going to talk to you guys about their latest album that just came out called All-American Nightmare. It's got actually kind of a bit of a sexy cover on it. Reminds me of a girl at class, just because of the face, not because of the tattoos and getup. But people are going to be looking this shit up now, just like, what is he talking about? Anyways, Hinder is a rock band from Oklahoma, started up out of 2000. Not really critically acclaimed, I'll say. Critics bash them quite a bit, and that's because they do a lot of typical rock stuff and subject matter and sound. They got the guitars, they got the solos, a little bit of bass in there, and content-wise, they basically sing about relationships, girls, sex, drugs, alcohol. Typical rock band stuff. I mean, it's the rock and I don't know, it seems to be just a staple of a rock band, like content-wise. So you're not gonna find anything revolutionary here. You're not going to find anything, I'll say, like, I don't know, like, emotionally coping or something like that, something dark. You're just going to find, the American rock and roll lifestyle here, alright? Now, a little background here. All-American Nightmare was released last year in December, and I just started listening to this thing probably like 4 days ago. I decided to do it because I was like, you know what the hell, I might as well just, give it a swing and see if there's anything I like on it. A few things I do like, a couple songs that kind of stick with me. A departure from older albums. This Hinder has gone for a different sound in All-American Nightmare than they had before. Whereas before they kind of were doing a little more of a modern rock kind of a sound and like mainstream. Now they're going for a bit more of a southern rock sound, and so there's a lot more acoustic guitars playing in this album. There's a lot more a bit of a folky kind of a tune to some of the songs. There's a little bit of a kind of a country rhythm in there too. So I mean, it's kind of like borderline country. A bit, and so it's not like full-blown country, but it has some elements in there. I mean, it's southern rock and roll is what it is. A comparable band would probably be like Saving Abel, I suppose. Another, bit of a band I kind of like to listen to occasionally, but Hitler's gone with it, Hitler has gone with a different sound. He's talking with a Russian accent nowadays instead of German. I hope you know that. So Hinder has changed their styles a bit, and it kind of make a comparison. The lead singer is actually kind of singing the songs a little differently. He's kind of doing a little more of a bit of a scream to him, and his voice has gotten a little more raspier, to the point where he kind of starts sounding like, at some points, like AC/DC's lead singer for like the album Back in Black and onward. The singer who sounds like, I'm back, he's black. I mean, not exactly like that. It has that raspiness to it. I don't mean to tend to do a well impersonation. I'm just trying to give you guys a comparison of sound. And so he does that occasionally. As far as his album goes, it's nothing special, really, in my book. I mean, it's Hitler going a little more crazy. It's them getting a little out of whack, trying to change their style up a bit. And it's got some good songs in here, but a lot of these songs are forgettable and the same thing. A lot of them are actually a lot more like lighter in tone of content. Like, this is the life, like, I'm living life with no regrets. I mean, it's a little more of a country kind of an aspect rather than like a rock and roll kind of a thing, and you love it or you hate it, I suppose. I mean, kind of like the band, you love them or you hate them. So, but a lot of these songs, like, they really don't stick out to me. I kind of just like override them because they sound the same. I mean, there's nothing unique to them. Like, what are you gonna do? Okay, but I mean, what are you gonna do? The Life. Let's see, Everybody's Wrong. Put That Record On. Good Life. I think those are all the like kind of very similar in sound and all kind of a bit of a forgettable songs. Those are the songs on this album that don't stick with me. The songs that do stick with me are their heavier songs with namely the electric guitar stuff, because I like the guitar stuff, and I do like a little line in Hinder's album, it ain't real music without guitar. That's actually in Hey Ho. One thing I do want to mention, in this album, they do a little bit of a pop and rap bashing, which I kind of like. Like in the song Hey Ho, which is one song that kind of sticks. It's a very folky song. I mean, there's one point where he's singing along, and he sings like this, you know. He's talking about something, and he goes like, and you smoke my smoke. I mean, that's how it goes, and you smoke my smoke. That's one line in the song. I mean, you know, you can kind of feel a little jive there. I kind of want to do a little like I don't know, get your country folk on. So, I mean, it's a very rhythmic song, actually. But in Hey Ho, it's talking about, like, kind of like, I think, like, breaking up with a girl. And he's like, kind of like doing a little bit of a bitching thing because she's into pop music and rap music, and he's like rock and roll, and she hates rock and roll. Come on, you're a dirty little rocker. Come on, let it show. And that's how the chorus kind of goes. I'm doing it bad and butchering it. That's your general idea, kind of a thing. And I mean, they got some funny lines in it. You know, like, take your Kanye out of my player. You know, I'll keep the Led Zeppelin here. What else is there? You know, like Lil Wayne. I mean, so there's some pop bashing here, which I'm all for pop bashing. Hey Ho is a bit of a folky song, a little bit of a rhythm to it. I mean, it's kind of like a old school, like Elvis Presley rock. You know, you kind of do a little jive to it or something like that. Two Sides of Me is the first album of the song. They open it up. I mean, you know, heavy guitar riff and whatnot. It's an okay song. It's the rock and roll life, I suppose. All American Nightmare is the first single they released off the album, and definitely kind of like it's kind of like what you're in for. You know, it kind of represents what you're in for with this album for the most part. Decent song. It's okay. I mean, it's just typical rock. The Waking Up the Devil is by far the freakiest song on the album. Just the guitar riff. It is so crazy. I mean, you listen to it, there's a chill when the song opens. The chill goes down your spine, and you're like, holy shit. I mean, it's about, you know, like, having sex with a girl, you know, like picking up a chick at the bar and something like that, so nothing special. But, I mean, the sound to it is actually reminiscent to me of a country artist, Trace Adkins' song, Welcome to Hell. And I remember that song because it's a, you know, song that my dad played frequently. My dad listens to a lot of country stuff, and he had that album, and I kind of read the back of it because I liked some of the songs back then. I like country, but I don't like listen to it religiously. It's good background noise for me. That's my view on country. Moving on, though. Red Tail Lights is actually one of my favorite songs on the album. It's a good song. It's a breakup song kind of a thing, and it's a really good song. It's one of my more favorites. One of the more lighter songs that actually stuck with me. So I recommend you guys listen to that song, Red Tail Lights. My favorite song on this album, period, is Striptease. It is a fun song to listen to. It has this addictive, killer, heavy guitar riff. Dun 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 dun. I mean, it's epic, and I love it. And it's just a little bit of a rage kind of a thing. I mean, he's kind of like bashing like a pop star. You don't know who it is, but I mean, it's a pop person, like a female singer or something like that. It's a fun song overall. The chorus, you know, I mean, it's just constant insults like "You're a wannabe stripper with a microphone." It's a fun song. I love the chorus in it too. It's a fantastic. I mean, just give it a quick ring and see if you like it or not. I mean, if you don't like this kind of music, it won't stick. But overall, I mean, just give it a quick run through, and I like it namely because of the riff. The riff is addicting. The song, I mean, it's typical. But at the same time, it's just a fun song to listen to. I mean, he does a lot of good screaming in it, too. It's a fun song. I recommend you guys listen to it. I like that song. Striptease, one word. Everybody's Wrong. Again, kind of, you know, same. Put that record on. A little bit forgetful. The most strange song on the album and the funniest song is a song by the name of Bad Motherfucker. I shit you not. That's the name of the song. Basically, he's playing like in a bar or something. You got like background noise, people are talking, whatnot. He's on the acoustic guitar, you know, strumming up some chords. I mean, he's just singing. It's a funny song. I mean, he's just joking about the whole thing. Laying in bed with a lit cigarette. Can't remember if last night was a blonde or brunette. I mean, it's a funny song. I recommend you give it a listen to it. You'll laugh your ass off. So that's my quick view on All American Nightmare by Hinder. If you're not like a southern rock kind of guy, this won't be the album for you. At least give Striptease and Bad Motherfucker a listen. Funny song, you know, cool songs and funny songs. But I'm not the greatest stuff in the world, not the most original. But I mean, if you're bored and and this kind of music's up your alley, I recommend that you give a couple of songs a quick swing on the YouTube. So that's my opinion on it. If you like this video and you want more of this kind of musical stuff and album talking, like the video, let me know in the comment section. Thanks, guys.